This disturbing video occurred a few days ago, and I'm assuming in Israel as the caption is written in Hebrew. As the man was riding on his electric bike, one of the scariest events happened while he was driving.
No mami. Pa. Pa.
As you can see, his bike just started burning and the fire got bigger and bigger. He had to get off the bike fast as the wind pushed the flames backwards onto him. He didn't even wait to stop and just jumped off his bike, which is the best thing he could do. The bike was just burning in the middle of the road, but thankfully the driver wasn't burned. Thankfully that guy honked to make sure the fire knew he was in the way. They also probably honked because the car in front of them stopped, leaving them next to the burning bike. The worst flash floods to strike eastern and southern Spain in recent memory have left at least 72 people dead after a year's worth of rain fell in just 8 hours, with videos of apocalyptic scenes spreading quickly online. The rain has caused streams to burst their banks, leaving homes, roads, and railways submerged while devastating people's homes. Several terrifying videos and pictures have been shared. This video captured the moment a lorry overturned on the motorway due to strong winds.
Un huracán, tu, un huracán! Mireu això! Que caguin Déu! Hòstia, mireu! Mireu, un huracán, tio! Hòstia! Han volcat els camions! Un camió volcat! El cotxe d'ahir trencat el cristal! Va cagar damunt! Això és un huracà, ireu! Ireu i ese camió, ha agarrat un cotxe. Mare meua! Ireu quants camions volcats! Això ha sigut un huracà ara mateixa! M'ha cagat damunt, però damunt, M'ha cagat damunt!
As you can see, the visibility was close to zero and cars were swept away by the strength of the winds. It should give you a good example of how strong it was when even trucks are overturned. Thankfully, this driver's truck was stable enough. In Atoyac, Veracruz, Jesus Eduardo intended to throw a train rail into the void, but the weight got the better of him and he fell into the void in the pencil tunnel. It happened on November 18th, 2021.
Ahorita se va para atrás tu cuerpo.
Es el pilar, güeyra. Tiene el pilar ahí, güey.
Vete a ayudarlo, Axel.
Digo, cuando más se va a levantar y le va a hacer así en la cabeza.
Cuando viene más, mira.
Te va a levantar, güey, te va a jalar. Te va a jalar, idiota.
Te va a jalar la muerte, güey.
Ese güey, la muerte, güey.
Ya te estoy grabando por si te vas para abajo, güey.
Tenemos pruebas que fue por tu negligencia.
¡No mames!
The man was overcome by the weight and fell on the pencil tunnel route in Atoyac, Veracruz. In the video that went viral on social media, you can see how the 19-year-old arrived with his friends at the scene and began to move one of the rails to throw it into the ravine. The young man, who was identified as Jesus Eduardo Perez Vallejo, was touring this tourist destination with his friends. His friends began to warn him that death would pull him down, but he ignored them and continued moving the heavy rail until he fell approximately 30 meters. Fortunately, civil protection officers rescued him and he is out of danger. This next clip is a continuation of the disaster that happened in Valencia, Spain. Another heart-pounding clip showed a woman battling desperately to stay afloat as she tried to save her dog from their flooded home. Rescuers just managed to reach her before her head slipped below the water and winched her to safety. Cats were in her backpack. Everyone is confirmed to be safe. It was hard to get her out of there and to pull her up, but thankfully the rescue was a success. And this reminds me to be grateful for life and for these first responders. Honestly, it'd be amazing to be in that kind of career, becoming strong and brave enough to go out and help people like this who truly need it. It takes a lot of training and courage to do rescue work like this. If the rescuers would not be there, the woman would have been swept away for sure. Two Bugatti Chiron owners have a lot of explaining to do this week after they crashed into each other in Morocco, taking out a truck in the process. Video published to YouTube shows 3 Bugatti Chiron hypercars passing slower vehicles on a 2-lane road. 3 get bunched up behind a truck while they wait for oncoming traffic to clear. Once it does, the second Chiron, which appears to be a supersport, attempts to pass both the lead Bugatti and the truck, but the lead Chiron also tries to pass, oblivious to the other Bugatti coming up next to it. The pair collide, with the second Chiron spinning around the lead car and crashing into the back of the truck before careening off the other side. The truck also leaves the road, toppling over down the embankment while the lead Bugatti comes to a controlled stop. The Moroccan news site Tanjawi.Marcoma, which didn't report any injuries related to the crash, posted photos of the aftermath. They show the toppled over truck and the second Chiron with its heavily damaged front end. The bumper is beaten in and the front hood is bent and cracked open, likely equating to tens of thousands of dollars in damage. With both cars costing millions of dollars each, these repairs won't be cheap. This is the shocking moment of when 2 men who were almost crushed under this moving scaffolding. It all started with this man on the ground unlocking the wheels, and as he starts pulling it, this is what happened. As you can see, the scaffolding lost balance and the wheels even came off, which caused it to collapse. The man at the top seems to have landed right on the other man, but thankfully his legs were open and he wasn't hit. The man on the ground was extremely lucky by avoiding being hit by everything. After this shocking event, they needed a few moments to realize how lucky they were. This bizarre clip was recorded by this CCTV camera in Mishawaka, Indiana. The video shows a truck attempting to do donuts but loses control and crashes into the arcade storefront. He was probably just trying to have some fun, but now he will get the opposite, as the fine will be certainly high. The driver and the passenger got out safely after the truck started to smoke, but luckily it didn't explode. I don't understand why anyone does stuff like this anymore. There are literally cameras everywhere. I mean, the first thing they failed to do is turn traction control off. That truck was never gonna let itself get sideways for long enough for a donut no matter what they did. This last clip can be scary at first if it's the first time you're driving by, but you will quickly realize this elephant is nothing to be scared of if you pass animal inspection. Interesting fact, the elephant is known by the sugarcane's truck drivers as Police Sergeant Chubby, or Jar 1, in Thai. He is a wild elephant and loves to set up checkpoints at this location. He doesn't ask for much, just a little from the top will be fine. Words on the street are that he is now busy training another young wild elephant to do the same. As you can see, people are even stopping for him, and it's so good to see when humans and animals can coexist peacefully.